Well, today we are going to be talking about, I think, one of our most indispensable little tools on the homestead, and that's this yard chipper. The yard chipper is, as I say, an indispensable tool around here because we use it for a lot of things. Now, of course, it's designed for mostly small twigs, that sort of thing, which we do use it for that as well. But I think the primary uses we really work this a lot are for our apple products and our sorghum, as well as anything else that we want to turn into sort of a small, very small scale silage, such as corn stalks. The chipper is very simple. This is an electric model, and while a larger chipper would allow us to do larger volume, it's nice sometimes to do the smaller batches, to be 100% honest. And there's a lot of times that technology just doesn't fit the small scale production model, i.e. tractors are a great example. But this would be one of those times where we've taken something and sort of semi-repurposed it to allow us to process some of these sort of small scale endeavors.
The best feature, I think, about this little chipper, which we purchased for about $130 Canadian at Canadian Tire, is that it collects the stuff for you. It doesn't make a pile that you've then got to move somewhere else. It collects it in the bucket and you can conveniently carry it to wherever you want to put it.
Which works really well for some of these products like apples. Well, there's not too much else to say about this. It is electric. It was relatively inexpensive for the amount of work that we've gotten out of it. It's got some safety features that I like on small scale because there's really no way of catching your fingers or getting pulled into this, which is awesome. And it's definitely a small tool that if you had a small apple orchard, or you were growing things like the sorghum, I would definitely recommend it because it opens up a lot of possibilities for things that you probably otherwise wouldn't even try growing or try processing or producing yourself. So if you get the opportunity to get something similar to this, I highly recommend it because you may not think you need it right now, but it'll become indispensable if you're doing some of these things that these crazy ideas that we tend to do. So even though we're using it a lot for producing food items, it's also a great tool for dealing with sort of your yard waste, whether it's chopping up plants from the garden to compost them or small twigs to use as mulch. It's pretty versatile now compared to a large gas-powered chipper / shredder. It's not going to be able to do large branches or entire small trees, but sometimes that's nice because you may only have a small bit that you need to deal with, and having a small machine like this that you can easily pull out and put away is really handy. Now, I will say for myself, you definitely want to have safety glasses because even though this is fairly contained, it can still shoot things up at you. And I personally also wear ear protection. I don't have it on right now because I'm not operating it, but definitely something to consider because it is a little bit loud. Well, this is just a short little video, but seeing as how we use this a lot and it seems to feature, especially in the fall, in quite a few videos and just a lot of what we're doing, we figured it made sense to talk about it because, like we say, we're using this for some sort of outside the box type endeavors, but it's good to share these kind of things with people. And I'm sure lots of the rest of you have various tools that you use around the homestead that may be conventional or not conventional, and yeah, it's good to share. So if you've got any that you use, definitely put them in the comments below.